Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title, today we are doing a tutorial after a while. We're going to be doing the how to snatch your face, but chubby face edition. Now this you can use on all types of face shapes. Just little tweaks here and there to make it more suitable for your face shape. But yeah, this is like kind of a beginner's makeup tutorial kind of. I'll show you the little tips and tricks that'll help you do your makeup. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. And disclaimer, by no means I'm trying to say that you should have to change your face shape. Like if you're chubby, embrace it, because I've only been starting to do these techniques recently. So if you want to achieve that snatched kind of lifted, like high cheekbones kind of a face, this tutorial is for you. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. So we're gonna start off with foundation first. I don't use primer, so if you believe in primer, by all means go ahead. Actually, before foundation, I as you can see, I have like some breakouts right now. So for my perfect shade right now, I have this concealer that I don't use. It doesn't match me, it's very dark. So I have like this super light concealer, and what I do is put some of this concealer on the back of my hand. If you have a palette, do that. And I take a little bit of this light concealer right next to it, and I mix it for my like skin shade. And this is like my perfect shade, so I put that on any spots. So I mix these two concealers for the perfect shade, and you can skip this if you use like full coverage foundation, but I prefer this. And also don't forget to moisturize before applying the concealer and everything else. And you don't have to be too perfect, because if you're doing this step, because I'm going to be applying foundation on top of this. So now I'm going to be taking the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade Desert Beige and applying that all over my face. I take my sponge and I blend, and you have to take your time when it comes to blending foundation. You can't hurry it. So gently start dabbing away. Don't get it near your eye, because then we're going to be using concealer. So don't put it near your eyes, because the more product build up near an eye, the more likely it is for it to crease. So skip that. I really like this foundation because it's like my perfect match, like skin match, and I love the formula. I think it's like lightweight, it's not cakey, it doesn't give me flashback, and it's in the shade Desert Beige, if anyone was wondering my shade. And then I take a cotton cloth and apply makeup remover on it and remove any product that's on my brows, so we can prep for the brows. So now I'm going to be showing you how I do my eyebrows. So my eyebrow individual hair strands are very light, so I can get away with doing any shape and covering the excess hair, but I'm going to be doing a straight shape for this brow. Just follow the shape that I'm doing. It's a straight shape, and any of the excess hair I just cover it with powder. So I'm using the Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil. So I like to start in the center, and this is like my hack. So my trick is, when you look straight down, you have to imagine a straight line at the tail of your eyebrow and just draw that line out and draw the border and just fill it in. That's my trick. So I do that, look down, and I draw the line. Once I draw the border of the tails of my eyebrows, I fill it in and I elongate the tail, because I like my eyebrows on the skinny side. I go to the starting of the eye, and that's where my brow starts. So I'll do my eyebrows till there. And it's a more light hand in front, because otherwise you can tell that your eyebrows have been drawn in. So then, now that we've put so much effort, you don't want to brush your hair like you normally do. So I'm going to take the tip of the spoolie and just blend in the front very gently, and then I'm going to use the rest, like only the tip. You don't want to go like that, otherwise the lines that we created will like get smudged and it look like your normal eyebrow.
Then I'm applying a thin layer of the Elegant Pro Conceal Concealer in the shade Pure Beige all over my eyes to create an even base, and this layer will be thin.
Then today we're going to be using the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I love the warm shades in this palette. I don't use the shimmers, I just use the shade. I'm going to be telling you the shades I'm using. I'm going to be using Desert Sand, I'm going to be using Eden, and I'm going to be using Amber. I'm going to be using Oud, 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 I think it's called Oud, and Saffron, Blazing. So I'm telling you the colors right now.
Then I'm taking the lightest shade, which is Desert Sand, and applying that on my brow bone so that other shades can be blended easily and it won't be patchy.
Then I'm going to be taking a more precise blending brush like this, taking that orange shade in the palette which is Blazing, taking a bit. You want to start off with a bit, create the shadow, and then go in with more color. You can always add, but you can't take away, so start off small. So I'm just going to be looking straight, and you just want to follow the natural fold of your eye and then extend it out. This is going to give that snatched look. So you want to start and then just extend it out. You wanna follow the fold and go out, going till the tail of my eyebrow, like till here. After I get the desired pigmentation, then I take the same brush and I'm going with the second dark shade, which is Amber, and putting it right there. You want to put Amber a bit lower and then wing it out. Then I'm going to be taking a tighter brush, like a more dense brush, and I'm going to be taking the shade Saffron, just like the maroon shade in the palette, and I'm going to be putting that on the outer third part and on the end of my eye, like here to here, and slightly bringing that out. Then I'm going to be taking the shade, then I'm going to be taking a dense, thick, winged liner brush, and I'm going to be taking the Oud shade. I'm going to be creating like a wing with that and putting that on the outer part. And I'm going to be taking that dense brush and using that to blend it all in. And now is the most game changer step. So then I'm going to be taking a flat brush. Make sure it's flat. This is thick, but you can use any brush. You can use concealer, but make sure it's light. I'm using the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, which is like an eyeshadow primer. I'm going to load that up and I'm going to cut my crease. This is a soft cut crease, so when you look straight it should be seen. And you're going to take the shade Eden from the palette, just that peachy shade, and just set the front concealer area. And I'm going to do the other eye and be right back. So the eyes are done. As you can see, it looks more lifted So now we are doing concealer. Contrary to popular belief, you don't need a lot of concealer. I'm just going to put a bit. This is important to make your face look lifted. And then I'm going to be taking the same sponge and pinch it a bit to blend. Make sure you're not going down on your face and just keeping the product near your eyes, under your eyes. You don't need a lot. You really don't. Less is more. Now,
And then I'm taking the Bharat and Doris yellow color powder and setting the concealer underneath my eye.
on my acne, a bit on my nose, and my smile lines. I don't use a lot of powder anymore and I just like it that way. Now is the most changing part of the routine, which is eyeliner. And yeah, I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm taking the Lakme liquid liner. You follow the line you've created with your eyeshadow here.
Then you open your eye and connect the eyeliner back to your eye and fill it in.
Then we're gonna take a little bit of product. We're gonna draw the inner corner. So you wanna extend the top, your top, fold here in front and bring it like that. Then you're gonna connect it. Can you see how that instantly lifted everything? So yeah, I'm going to do it on this eye and I'm gonna be right back. So now we're gonna curl our lashes and put mascara. I'm going to be switching to the Maybelline Lash Sensational pink one. Okay. Now we're gonna do mascara. Sorry, eyeshadow on the bottom lash line. I'm just taking Blazing. I'm gonna take Blazing and just put that. I like it really tight so it enhances that snatched like eye. Then I'm gonna be taking that dark brown shade and putting a bit of that on the outer corner. Then I'm gonna be taking my little liquid liner, and like now when you're resting your face, like where your eyeballs are, right below that I create two dots. This is absolutely unnecessary, but I just like the look of it, so I'm gonna do it. You can tell why I did those two dots here. Okay, now just going to be taking a little bit of like a light whitish powder. Just put that here. This kind of lifts the front of my face. I'm going to be taking a small kind of brush, like this kind of a brush, and I'm going to be taking a gray toned contour. And I don't like to go here, I like to go here, and I'm just going to create some shadows.
Then I applied on my chin, below my lip, and on the tip of my nose. Then I also applied on my hairline and connected on my temples. It's very important to connect it on your temples so it looks very cohesive. Then I also applied on my jawline so it makes the jawline very sharp and carves it out. Since it looks kind of patchy, take a fluffy brush and blend it in. Then I take the concealer and carve the cheekbone and also blend it in.
Then I'm going to be taking a bronzer. This is the Mega Bronze bronzer. and I'm taking it on the same fluffy brush. This is in the shade 0 to Warm. Slightly warming it up here. And then I'm going to be taking the middle shade in this palette.
Then I just connect the eye and nose to create a skinnier nose.
Taking a brush and just cleaning the sides gently. Now we're going to do blush. It's my favorite part. I love blush. Taking the Makeup Revolution blusher reloaded in Pop My Cherry. This is a bright pink. And I like it. So I'm going to start off with here, go back and go front like that. I like it more pigmented on the back, and then I get slight in the front, on top, and then over here, and then I just get it on the back. I feel like this really lifts the face. Take very little and whatever is left over and put it on the tip of my nose and my chin. Taking the Master Chrome highlighter by Maybelline and a fluffy brush. I don't like a small brush because I like the eyeshadow to be, like the highlighter to be less like intense but like diffuse. So I take Smile, and right here where you look straight, it hits there. I'll be applying it. So like when you smile, the highest point here. So this will really help create the illusion that you have cheek fillers, but you don't. And some of my chin, I don't like it on my Cupid's bow because that makes me look sweaty, or like I have a Sula, which is sweaty upper lip alert. Then I take the tiniest brush and I take that same highlighter, put it here, and then I blend it. And I take a draw line here, the tip of my nose, and blend it. Then I take the highlighter and put it on the outside parts of the inner tear duct thing, like around the little extension wing liner we did. Then I'm gonna be highlighting my brow bone. Now is the last step, which is lips. I like a more rounded lip, and I'm gonna show you how to make your lips look bigger. So make sure they are moisturized with lip balm so your lip liner glides in, using Chestnut by Wet n Wild. And then I'm going to do one side. I'm going to show you the difference. So you go up and round. Go round, and then you meet it back to your natural lip line. It's like a rainbow. It's round. Okay? Look the difference. And then you go down. Can you tell? Same for this side. The center line, I like to diffuse it a bit straight. Then I'm going to be taking Deep Cocoa by Miss Claire. I'm going to be dabbing it on the outer part. Then I'm going to be taking Madras Kapi by Nykaa and put that in the center. And then we're going to set our face. So this is not too dramatic, but just dramatic enough to make you look snatched. hope you like this tutorial. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe and check out my other videos, and comment down below what you would like to see next, because I'm always up for suggestions. So thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye, love you. Peace out.